saying about this is crazy.
Speaking of somewhere we were going to end up anyway, we're heading into our next match, which is going to be Caba versus NuckleDu. The Guile mirror? No way.
God damn. About to look like a session of Congress right here. Nobody's gonna make any progress.
Oh, Jesus, Brad. And yet they're both calling each other perfect, so yeah, actually you're right.
Yeah, they're also both white blonde men.
Oh,
it's fine. You know what? I'm punching laterally.
Is this might be the first Guile mirror I've seen. Like non-beta version.
You think so? I don't know. I have to imagine that I would have seen. I have to imagine we've seen this match at least somewhere. Maybe not at Casa. I'm sure we've seen it somewhere. I know both of these players are entering like can openers, TNSs.
But I'm pretty sure
ICFC series. I think they're entering those as well.
But I'm pretty sure Du's been playing Cammy for the matchup.
Maybe you're right, actually. Yeah, because Du does cycle between the characters. Here we see NuckleDu trying to control. NuckleDu is rocking the classic costume here versus Caba rocking the Street Fighter 6 costume in case you need any help keeping track of who is who. Caba drawing first blood now in the second round up a PR overhead. Standing medium kick, anti-air, since Street Fighter 2.
It's definitely a bit of a slower matchup.
Yeah, I mean, what you can see it is, though, is that Du is trying to play this more in the way that I think we would expect traditionally, which is more zoning, walk down with the booms, keep it really slow. And I think two things are happening that make that harder. One is Caba is very comfortable jumping forward and claiming the space, which is why Du is on the back foot. And the other thing, anti-air super no gets jumped in on, but that's a block sweep. Caba's going to be able to take the first game as NuckleDu drops the punish on the jump in. What I was going to say is, I think you can't really get away with just being a passive zoner if you have a life deficit in Street Fighter.
No. And that's, I was gonna say, it goes back to the blocking parry button we were talking about, because there, you know, you brought it up that you thought that holding parry against projectiles was too strong with the life lead, and then it came out that if you literally just hold parry, there's nothing to them to do, because except for dash up and throw you, and by that point you get the response.
And once again, Caba's just sitting pretty right now. NuckleDu is surrendering a lot of real estate on the screen, sitting up in the corner, and Caba is getting to be the aggressor. It is a stylistic difference in this matchup that is really causing grief for NuckleDu. And Caba just has this great read on when Du is going to switch from a passive style to an active style.
And I mean, I really love just the instant reaction to the jump-ins, right? Like, you don't have to worry about a flash kick, you don't have to worry about just like a normal throwing out the anti-air. Just level 1 it. Who cares? You're not going to get much mileage out of the install here. The level 3 is whatever. You're already gaining such a life lead with the level 1. And like you said earlier, it's dealing that drive damage.
Yeah, I truly think just spending your super bar when you have it is a totally fine decision. Reversal, OD flash drive there from Du, who finally managed to get a DI punish counter of his own. Are we going to be able to finish our plate? Yes, we are. Round on the board for NuckleDu. And now going into another round here with a slight meter advantage, but they're both about to have level 3 once Caba gets his own.
And I do like the Du ended it meterlessly last round, right? Because it did bring the ever so slight lead in, which I don't even know if less than a bar of a lead really matters in this game, because we'll see how quickly Caba builds meter back. I bet they might get a level 1 by the end of the round here.
I think if they don't win, it's super feasible. OD boom through it. Once again, has this great read on when Du is going to make the switch to trying to be a zoning focus. Gets the cross cut on the OD flash kick, closing out the final round. Super clean. Partly that was a stylistic difference, but partly I also just think Caba is so good at reading when you're going to make the switch. I mean, look at the fact that, I mean, right there, right? Had the read, as you can see in the replay, on when the
had the charge, too.
out. Yeah, and there were so many times where I feel like Caba did such a great job of, like, Caba would throw a blade, right? And then send out his own boom, and then just wait. And what would happen is Du would engage with the boom, with the enhanced, the Sonic Blade version of boom. And then Du would be like, word, I need to get some momentum back